Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to another exciting edition of Moments with Joy here on our Facebook page. It's live on Facebook, Joy Entertainment GH. This is the moment we share with you some of the interesting things that you want to know or you probably don't know about your favorite personalities here with the Joy branch. We're talking about Hits 103.9 FM, Joy 99.7 FM, and also Joy Prime TV. So today, I've got another person to open up to you. I'm sure you've been wanting to find out more about this man. You hear speak business figures and all of that. Is right here with me in the studio. So we're going to be getting into that. Don't forget that we're also celebrating the man Reggie Rockstone on all our platforms on radio and TV. So all you have to do is to call in on Joy FM shows, Hits FM shows, and on Joy Prime TVs as well. And then you can, request your favorite song from Reggie Rockstone. It's Joy Entertainment making it once again. We're large in charge and we're super excited about it. So time is fast spent. I sincerely apologize for, starting late. Some difficulties beyond our control, but it's resolved now. So we're technically safe to do this, all right? Stay with me. Let's make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, let me introduce to you my guest in the studio right about now. Drum roll.
Yo, so my name is George Wiafe. I'm a business editor here at Joy Multimedia. I'm also a producer and also an anchor as well. And so that's what I do here.
All right, so now you know my guest is George Wiafe. A lot of you out there probably do not know much about this man because he's a very reserved type. He hardly talks, but he's a party man. Now, for starters, I'm going to be asking you something. This is not from me, somebody very close to you. And for starters, we ask you this and then we want to be sure how close this is to your personality. Okay. All right. So the person says, George is very cool and collected. He's the guy you'd want to hang around because he loves to have a party. He's the one that will spend night out but still show up at work and always serious on the job. He loves to argue his point out. He's the Mr. Nice guy, but doesn't joke with what he stands for or believes in. That's George Wiafe for you.
Yeah, I think it's true. I'm not a perfect gentleman. I think I want to put that on record. But I strive
people think
to
you're
be,
too nice.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think I have people who work close with me, who've been in school with me would know that I have my lows, I have my bad side, but I always strive to be a perfect gentleman. I strive to be at peace with men and at peace with God as well. So may it be. I have my challenges, and I don't want that impression to be put out that this guy is a perfect gentleman. No, I'm not. I'm striving each and every day to be a perfect gentleman and be at peace with my men and with my maker as well.
Has it been that easy trying to be the man you want to be?
I think that I tell people one thing, and I always say something that, how long can you pretend? Sometimes you do certain things for certain people and you supposedly you do certain things, and people who don't believe that is that this person. But I tell those people that, listen, how long can you pretend? Be you, and that is it. And you don't need to watch your back when you know that you are being you. When you just wake up from bed and you want to be you. So I'm telling people that, listen, be you, and that is it. Yeah. And you don't need to watch your back to see when nobody's around, what you do in the private and all the rest. So it is not hard being quote nice because you are trying your best to be yourself, but doesn't mean that I also not stand up for ensuring that the right thing is done. I can't stand people who want to disrespect people, not because of age-wise, but not respecting someone because that person is a human being that treat people like a human being. I can't stand people like that. I can't stand people who look down upon people. I can't stand people who would want to discriminate and all the rest and that kind of thing. I feel that, listen, God is love and try to love everyone. It can't all be equal, but let's try and treat everybody fair and all those things. So I struggle when I see somebody who's trying to deliberately discriminate against a brother, a friend, a colleague, and all the rest. I struggle to comprehend with those things.
Okay.
And those are things that you see me arguing about it. I'm very passionate about my work. I want to ensure that the right thing is done. as I said, I'm striving to be that perfect person, but I can stand mediocrity as well. So I strive to make sure that, listen, if it has to even cost my life to ensure the right thing is done, I want to ensure that the right thing is done.
All right. Okay, so you can send your messages to us. No, don't forget that this show actually is for you, the viewers out there. I'm only just here to make sure that I carry your questions along. All right. So the most important thing is the questions that you would put there and what you want to know about that person. It's pretty simple. If you go, or if you're watching this live right now and you have anything you want to ask George Wiafe, please put it there and ask that question. There's no fear or anything. I mean, any question you ask, he's going to answer. This is the reason why we've opened this platform, all right? It's to just make sure that any simple question, difficult question, whatever question you ask, because these are questions when you ask them on social media, they won't answer, or they will decide to answer or not. But here, they are forced to answer them, all right? We're good. So let's talk a bit about your radio journey. We're going to get into all the questions, but let's look at your radio journey and being with multimedia. How long has it been, and has it been the experience been like?
Yeah, it's been a multimedia has really been a real experience. Being in the media, being in an accounting job, and getting here. These were people that you were listening to growing up. You had an opportunity to work with the likes of Akwesi Sapon, opportunity to work with the likes of Matilda Sante, the Israelites, and I've always said that I've had wonderful people here at Multimedia to work with, and the likes of Matilda Sante. These are people who challenged you to bring out the best in you. The likes of Kofi Owusu, the likes of Akwesi Sapon, the likes of Israelite, Fred Avonyo. Listen, Israelite, Fred Avonyo, these guys have been great, and I say that I am what I am today because of Kofi Owusu, because of Matilda Sante, because of Israelite, and because of Fred Avonyo. And I can't forget about Kojo Pon and Nkrumah. These are people I work directly with, and these are guys who really challenged me to bring out the best in me, especially Israelite and Matilda Sante and Kofi Owusu. These are guys who pushed me to the wall to bring out the best in me, and their traits of doing things still stand with me. Israel will push you to get the pronunciation right. Israel will push you to make sure that the story is apt and straight to the point. You know, Fred Avonyo will tell us and go out and get the story done and all the rest. Matilda Sante can't stand mediocrity and lack of poor work being done and all the rest. And these are guys who I got along so much well, close with. They challenged me, and I think that, listen, the experience here has been wonderful. These are lovely people, and I think that and each and every day, wherever that I'll find myself, I think that Matilda Sante, Kofi Owusu, Israelite, Fred Avonyo, and Kojo Pon and Nkrumah, who recently I had to work at the decks, you know, people who challenge me. And hey, I can't forget about Yvonne Morrison. Listen, these are people who treated you as a brother. They treated you as more of like a sibling. Yeah. And you know, in your down moments, they were there to challenge you and bring out the best in you. And so it's really been a wonderful experience. And people will say, oh, how you do this and that? Because these are guys who were pushing you to ensure, listen, they were bringing out the best in you. And each and every day, whatever that I'll find myself in, I think that I'll thank these guys so much that I had the opportunity to work with them here at Multimedia. And they've been so wonderful to me. They brought out the best in me and ensure that I do the right thing.
And it's been how many years so far?
It's been more than 10 years.
More than 10 years. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. You're a big shot. You're a big shot. All right, so that's George Wiafe for you. And well, let me go to our very first question. I think it's had something to do with a question that I personally wanted to find out as well. So let me just go to it. It says, KMJ, I really love George a lot, but I want to know where he's from. He speaks some good Fanti as well. Baba from Cape.
I'm a Fanti. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, so let's dig into a bit of your background.
Yeah.
Tell a little bit of family background wise.
Well, yeah, family of 3, 4. Yeah.
Hey, George. Well, your parents did adoption too.
Oh, no. So
maybe the fourth one was adopted.
No, it wasn't adopted. So my parents.
So you're 4.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 siblings. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Then mother, father, both mother into banking, father a little bit of banking as well.
So now we understand where these figures in governance and bank of whatever.
I think it was more of an instinct of where you want to find yourself and you want to be. And growing up, we didn't know where the interest came from, and it got to a point that I got so comfortable with figures that I didn't know where it came from. And so I realized also that that is a space that people demand a lot, and you are dealing with a space where you have accountants, bankers, and all those things. And you need to really be up on your feet. You need to really appreciate a lot of things to be in that space. And you're dealing with people who know it already. So I feel that that's where the calling and the push and all the rest pushed me into. And I realized that, listen, you're already in this space of accounting, already working in an accounting firm and all the rest, and the numbers and all the rest. So it will be easier for you to report on business and finance and all the rest. So yeah, that is it. That is it. A brother who is also into mortgage financing as well.
Okay.
A senior brother. So it's a family of numbers, and then you also have opportunity to be in that space. Numbers, a family that challenges you, a family where everybody is getting there and achieving it and all the rest. And you realize that, listen, sometimes you might be the black sheep of the family where like you can do better than what you're doing. So not moved by external pressures. I told myself that I have a goal and I'm pressing towards that goal. And I know that with God being on my side, I know I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I have my challenges, and I wouldn't pretend. But I know that with God on my side, I know that I'm going to make it, and those goals will be achieved. So I believe that I am what I am today because of the God factor. Yeah. There's always a God somewhere, whether you believe or not. And for some of us, you've chose to believe in that God and has brought us this far.
All right. And of course, the family support and all of that. So which part of Ghana are you from, by the way?
Cape Coast.
Cape Coast.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So this came from Baba from Cape. Now let's move on. KMJ, kindly ask George, what's the difficult part of his job is? Do you have any? I mean, this guy loves the job.
I just want to... I'm not the perfect gentleman. I have my problems. The difficult part of the job is getting everybody along into the vision and what you believe in. I think that's the most difficult thing. Where, having been in this job for a while, you want sometimes your colleague to think the same way and all the rest, and sometimes there are differences on how we all want to go to Cape Coast. People think that this is the route and all that, and sometimes how to convince team members that this is where we have to go and get it right. Another difficulty part of the job is how to convince people to love business and moving away from the jargons and the numbers to let people relate to it. So you're talking about an economy expanding, economy growing, and so what? The fact is that what does it mean to me? That if the economy is expanding, how does it impact me as an individual as well? If you're talking about inflation going up, how does that eat the little money that you're holding? So the fact that you're holding 100 Ghana cedis today, because inflation has gone up, the value of the money has dropped. If you're buying one bottle of maybe beer or something for that, it's going to drop maybe to about half of that bottle of beer because that money, inflation is robbing away the value of the money that you're holding.
And I'll tell you why he's using beer, for example.
I don't know how you want to say it. It was just an analogy.
No, folks, I'm going to tell you why.
I was just drawing.
Nothing came to mind apart from beer.
I was just drawing an analogy. So I don't know what you, I mean, I could have used water as well.
You could have used banana, yam, cassava.
It was easier to draw the value. Or maybe a bowl of kinky. I will use that one. So
you're changing from beer to a bowl of kinky.
So just getting back to my argument about the team, whipping everybody along, and also the fact that trying to sometimes convince people to, I think that a lot of people out there also, I won't say respect journalists, but haven't learned to appreciate people who work in this space.
Yeah.
I mean, at a point in time, we had people who were on our decks who were having PhDs and all the rest. You know, people who were learning, to get PhDs, people who were chartered accountants. Yeah. So sometimes the disrespect that certain people exhibit towards media persons, and therefore people, I didn't know you had this, or I didn't know you, because you don't need to know that I have that.
Doing this, you
understand
stuff,
me? The disrespect. And I remember one time I had an exchange with someone, and I told him, and I knew his position in the bank, and I said, listen, if I'm working the same bank with you, you'll be my junior because of based on my experience, my qualification. And I'm just saying that, listen, and it comes back to my personal conviction about how to treat, not I don't want to talk about age in here, but how do you treat people because they are human beings? And yes, and that is where I'm sometimes very passionate about. So I can go off because I'm struggling to connect with you because you don't want to respect people as they are human beings.
Yeah.
And because of your position or because of your wealth and all the rest. But it's sometimes a difficulty for me as well. But so the whole thing about team members, but hey, Joy Business has been a great team people working with, you know. The diversity of the team, people from different backgrounds and all the rest. And how to learn to work with people of different backgrounds, emotional intelligence and all the rest. And hey, as I said, listen, I have my challenges and team members will complain about Wiafe, you know, but I believe that each and every day I have strive to be not a perfect day, but I'm saying that you can't be perfect before God and not perfect with man. There will be a disconnect somewhere because if you love God, you can't love God and hate your neighbor as well. So if I'm at peace with God, it should transcend to my fellow colleagues and friends as well. So if it's about some personal challenges as well, those are some of the things I'll talk about as those personal challenges. But as I said, I'm still striving each and every day to be that perfect person, quote, and to be at peace with my fellow men. So maybe,
Okay. All right, let's go on. This one says, how is your typical work day like? Clement from Burma comes in. You don't want to know.
Typical working day, getting to work. I was early at 6 a.m. My normal work will start around 7 there or something. Organize a editorial meeting, plan for the day, look at ideas, who is going where, what we have to be focused on, the team as a business team and all the rest. Help with contribution of stories and all the rest, present, and then after my 6:30 news, I am done for the day. And there are other things I do online. And I study as well, doing some programs and some courses as well. And so sometimes it straddles over that, working online, preparing for the next day as well. Yeah, so it's not cast in stone. We take it easy as each and every day comes to it. You know, the days where you have to produce a show, you have to anchor a show, you have to read news. And the beauty of this job is about how you have to be flexible, because at any point in time, you can't be called upon to do something. And so, yeah, that is how my
day. Okay.
My day is like. In terms of
so usually you leave around late, like what time?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends. I don't have it's my work schedule is not cast in stone here.
Okay.
At any time I can walk off.
Okay. Once the job is done.
The job is done and I'm done with my personal stuff that I'm doing. I can just step out and then jump into my car and then go.
Okay. All right. So there's something I want to show you. This was when?
That
so
was.
We're trying to find connection to the beer. We're trying to find connection to the beer analogy, and this is a perfect way of doing that. This was a party, by the way.
This is Sparrow. He's in the medical field as well.
Okay.
Most of my friends are in the medical area as well. And then that was my birthday party that I did at Soho.
Okay.
And so we're snapping pictures.
I think I was at this party.
Yeah, so
I remember
at one point I decided to call my friends together for us to celebrate. So I called him Sparrow. Ivan's Kobold. He's in the medical field as well. So we're snapping pictures. So I think I snapped a picture with you as well.
Yeah,
so
I remember that party. Yeah, I remember.
At Soho in airport. Yeah, it was just to let my friends have fun, because the pressure.
You love party.
I think life is stressful, and apart from God first, your family second, your relationship third, work, the next thing is to have a little bit of fun. And then so life is very stressful, that you need to have fun in life. And I believe in that as well, that listen, after all the day's stress and work, there's nothing wrong with hanging out with friends, hanging out with your loved ones and all the rest, and distressing.
Is it because of the job it makes you want to push yourself into that space because you believe that?
No, no, no. I mean, growing up,
I've
been somebody who loves to have hang out and party and go to freaks and all the rest and blah blah. But I still managed to do it on the quiet. So even though in secondary school I was going to fan fest, nobody knew that I was going to fan fest in secondary school.
you judge is there, but he's not there.
So I didn't come across as somebody who will like those things. So
yeah.
But you don't need to come across as somebody like being quote hardcore. It's not about the wearing of earrings.
You are very unassuming, by the way.
But my friends who know me.
Okay.
And so that's why I'm saying that I'm not a perfect gentleman. I don't think that I want to send this signal across here today that I'm some perfect gentleman. I have my flaws and serious challenges.
Weakness as well, but
so partying is a part of life. That there's nothing wrong with it, but party responsibly and party with your head up. Party so that you can still walk out of the party with your head up and drive home safely.
All right. Speaking about party, man. Okay, so let's check this out.
I don't know what you're coming with all these pictures. But I'm a bad dancer.
Look at that. Look at
I'm a terrible dancer. I'm proud of my school Presec Legon, and I lost my cue. I'm a terrible dancer.
See what these guys are doing.
I know I'm terrible. I'm terrible at dancing, and I won't lie to you. I'm very terrible at dancing. I can't do that. I don't think so. I can do that. I'm terrible at dancing. I let everybody know that I'm not a good dancer. So don't try and put me on the dance floor.
Okay, so
I'm terrible. I lost it. My sapa.
Oh, your information does now. No, I said that.
I lost it. I don't know why. But that's we celebrating Presec. And it's a school I'm always proud of, and I don't mind letting my son go there. Presec brings out the best in anybody that goes there. So, hey,
it is what it is.
That is it.
All right, if you just joined us over here, we're live on our Facebook page, Joy Entertainment GH. This is Moments with Joy. We're bringing your favorite personalities here on the Joy brands. We interact with them. We take your questions. They answer them whether they like it or not. So we're moving on. We got some few questions coming through as well. Now you can go on our page on Facebook, and we're streaming live, and also drop the messages there. Let me check, and getting to it right now. So it's pretty simple. Now, Abeku Sparrow says that I was here first. He says that he was here first. So, we acknowledge the fact that you were there first, but we're still waiting for your messages. Some have come through. We're still looking at them. This one over here says, KMJ, please, I follow George on social media a lot, and he seems to know almost every millionaire in the world. How does he do it? And is he rich?
I am not. I beg you. Anybody who knows me, I'm not a rich person. Please don't.
Kumsin says that you follow a lot of rich people, so he doesn't understand. How do you do it? And are you rich yourself?
No, I'm not rich, and let's put that on record. I think that maybe I connect easily with a lot of people, and that is it. Maybe also going out a lot, so you meet people, you connect with them, and Accra is not that big if you are somebody who hangs out a lot. So you meet somebody connected to another person, somebody connected to this person, meet my friend, and all those things and blah, blah. So it's about connecting with one person who is in a certain circle, and then that person also connects you to the other person as well. But I think I also get along well with people. So sometimes I don't know who that person was. I mean, like previously, I connect to that person, I meet that person, I connect to that person. And before I could realize, this is a very big person. And I remember there was one person I met out in town, and then we're just chatting at the table and all the rest. And then that person came and said, hi. And then we're just seeing them. And I realized that,
big man.
This is that big man that everybody wants to meet, And so I think that as I'm saying that, you don't go out there to please anybody, but I think that there are people who are watching you and things you do. So whether big, small, and all the rest, people then tend to open up to you and all the rest. And sometimes maybe it's the favor of God that is also on you as well. So you connect with people, and it's just that the blending is there, and then you meet this person, and this person introduce this person, and this is my friend, and all the rest, and blah blah. And so that is the connection that end up, and you realize that I'm connected to all these people as well. But I don't think that I deliberately go out there that I'm trying to befriend this millionaire and all the rest, and blah blah.
Okay.
I think that the work has also helped us also. You don't know that person has actually been monitoring you all along. So you meet someone, and that person, I remember I met someone also. I thought the person didn't know me. So after having a chat with her and all the rest, and blah blah, we finished and all the rest, then she was like, "George, nice to meet you. I've been dying to." I was like, "What the?" I was like, I wanted the air to open for me to enter. So
the jobs also brings a lot of
the job
around,
also opens you up, because people have been monitoring you all along and all the rest, and sometimes people want to connect with you as well, and get to connect with you, and then hang around with you, and then and so tap into your experience and all the rest, and blah blah, and see that the fact that people think that you might be connected to some person and all the rest. I also feel that this person might be connected, so I should get along with that person and all the rest. But I'm saying that I don't step out thinking that I'm going to
meet
but I'm just saying that how you treat people and all the rest also
counts.
Also counts as well.
They will decide whether to hang out with you again
and all the rest. So you are there, like, we met out this, and can we meet? And then this person ends up introduce you to
another person
as well, and all the rest, and those things. So I think that I just say that try and be yourself, and sometimes it might take you to places as well. Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look at this. Who's that?
That's Dr. Kesibuchi. That's me. I mean, that's Dr. Kesibuchi.
And yourself?
That's
so this
me.
Is the old George?
This is another great friend of mine.
You changed.
I mean, the thing about some of these people is not about the fact that they want to see you succeed, and how it's not about the public. They challenge you personally. So when you meet with them, or when we kind of hang out, it's about what's your career progression, how do you get it right in this area, how should you approach some of these business stuff and all the rest, and all those things. How do you, and so when you connect with someone like a great guy, Dr. Kesibuchi, you end up connecting with some of his friends as well, because hey, George is my friend, so push you along and wanting you to succeed as well. It's all about dealing with you professionally, challenging you school-wise. Hey, you want to do your PhD, you are working your PhD, pushing you, go and do it, and all the rest. So that is how the circles and people you get into, and then how they push you and they challenge you professionally and personally, how you can make it in life and all the rest, and the thorns of advice and encouragement, and in your low moments and you are down, and these are people who are pushing you like this, and you can make it, you can make it, you can make it. Go ahead and do what you have to do this, do that. And so realize I'm doing a lot of things at the same time and all the rest. And these are some of the wonderful people that will challenge you each and every day.
Okay. Derek Tete says that he seems very shy. Why multimedia why multimedia, all of the media houses, plethora of media house. Okay, so why multimedia, even though we have a lot of media houses, so he wants to know.
I think multimedia is a great place to work. I've had things in other media houses, and they gave me that opportunity before I got here, even in the corporate world as well, working in a marketing firm, working in an accounting firm as well. But the spirit of multimedia is a different thing altogether, and the people that you meet, and different characters, But I think that it's also about the branding and how multimedia has positioned itself in the media space. I believe that, listen, let's be realistic. Any person who wants to play in the media space, multimedia will be your top 2 place you want to play. So I think that why multimedia?
It is what it is.
That is it. And the time when I came in with the Matilda Santos, with the Akwesi Sapon, with the Fred Avonyo, with the Israelites, the Kofi Owusus, these were the people in the space anybody wanted to work.
Just checking everywhere.
These were great guys. I mean, you might see you on air with them when they come on air, but the personality as well. And I've said it that these are very, very, very great people. And if I'm anything today, These are the people who have contributed, the Matilda Santi, the Kofi Owusu, the Israelite, Fred Avonyo, Emma Morrison, and Israelite. They have pushed me to the land that I didn't believe, and they brought out the best in me. So these were people you wanted to work with. And
they are multimedia for that matter.
Then they
so
are
just being there alone.
Being there alone with these people was enough for me.
Yeah.
The experience alone to bring out the best in me. I felt that, listen, I have not regretted it. And if any day I have to set up a company and have these people as a board of advisors, I'll put Matilda Santi on, I'll put Kofi Owusu on. If it's a media company, I'll put Israelite on, I'll put Fred Avonyo on, and I'll put Emma Morrison on. These are great personalities. And
he wants to know if you seem shy. Are you a shy person?
People who, those are my friends who knew me, and I ended up in the media space. I think I'm a very private person, and seriously, and I love my space. I love my space in there. So, but sometimes you end up in certain space, and then it checks you a little bit. So I won't say I'm a shy person. I think I'm a private person. I love my space, and but the work we do now you cannot love your space again. You're doing something, and someone walks up to you, "Hey, George, that's you. Let's snap a picture with you," and all the rest, and you want to do this with you. And it's not about you pretending, but you really have to be. It's a profession that you meet all kinds of people, and sometimes you're like,
to be very careful.
Who puts you in this space? But I'm just making a point. It's not about pretending, but it's also about the fact that you need to be nice to people, because people sometimes just want to connect with you. I remember I was somewhere, and then this girl walked up to me, and she's like, "Do you want to snap a picture of me?" And I was like, "Okay, fine, let's go ahead." And she ended up putting was it on live on WhatsApp video, and then the father, apparently, she came down from New York, and it's like, the father in New York, "My father is crazy about you. My father is always watching you." And it's like, "Can I take your number?" And all the rest, and blah, blah. And it's like,
you don't have a choice. I mean,
because this is the profession that you want to be, and nobody forced you. And it comes with the job about meeting all sort of people and welcoming people, because sometimes people just want to connect, and there's nothing else. It's nothing else. And you have to have a very open mind when you're in this profession. I meet people, and I remember I met one guy. He's like, "I want to take your name." I was like, "What?" And apparently it was the wife who wanted just to connect.
Oh, okay.
So I gave them, and the next minute the wife called, and I've been wanting to, and all the rest, and blah, blah. So I'm just saying that people sometimes, there are a lot of people who come to you, and they come with a clean heart and a clean mind. And I was at a place just having a little bit of fun, and some people came and like, they want to snap a picture with you. And sometimes people just want to connect. So there is no fun in it by being rude and being arrogant and all the rest of people. I think that just be nice. Okay.
Just be nice, and that's George Wiafe. Now we're still moving on to some of the questions coming through. This one says, people are causing trouble. KMJ, please, since George made the analogy of the beer, please ask him, does it drink or smoke? And that's from Jonas in Medina.
Yes, I drink.
George, say that to me.
Yes, I drink.
You're not telling me that. You're not telling me. Tell the people that.
Yes, I drink.
So 2 questions. Does he drink or smoke?
I don't smoke.
George, why are you telling me like
I don't smoke. I don't smoke, right? I don't smoke.
Okay. Okay, let me move on to the next question. All right. This one says that, and it's coming from Judith. Judith says that, KMJ, I really like him and his voice. He sounds very nice on radio. I want to find out if he's married or he's thinking about getting married if he hasn't yet.
I'm not married yet.
George, what is he doing? Answer Judith now.
I'm not married yet.
Yeah. And if you're thinking of getting married?
Of course. Of course. Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you dating? I mean, you definitely have to
there's someone in my life, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, those would be very disappointing to Judith anyway. I don't know. She sounded.
Oh no, we can be a friend. We can connect. No problem. Yeah.
Okay, but officially you're dating.
Yes, of course.
You plan to get married very soon.
Timelines, I can't put a timeline, but I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. What's your ideal woman? That's my personal question.
I mean, somebody who challenges me and brings out the best in me.
Okay, and the current one you have does?
Of course she does.
So it means potentially she may end up being Mrs. Wiafe.
I don't know. Of course.
Okay. Judith, I'm sorry.
No, but I think that we can still connect.
No,
I don't think
she doesn't want friendship.
Oh, really?
No, yes, she wanted something more.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Okay,
fine guy, you're sitting here, you're in a relationship, you say you should be friends. Friends for what?
Oh, but I mean, I said that it comes to that.
Unless you want to make her another side.
I don't know what you're trying to. You're in a public space, and I don't know what you're trying to portray. That what whoever is there or promiscuity or what?
No, I'm asking you. I'm not.
But
I'm not
she
pushing
can
you
just
to,
be a friend.
Since you and I'm saying
So that is
she might
good.
probably be wanting more. So accept. You would
No,
want it
she
that way.
just-
So it's just for you to say, oh I don't want it that
she's
way.
She's a friend. She can be a friend.
No, it's not about that. I understand. She could be a friend.
She hasn't told you in that text that no.
My
she has not
duty here. No, George,
KMJ.
relax.
I know you are the one doing the question.
George,
But I can also throw questions
my
to you.
duty here is to make sure that some of the questions they ask are clarified in the best possible.
And I'm saying that the person didn't tell you that she
I'm not
wanted
saying
marriage.
Per what she said and how she sounded.
You are drawing
I am
inference.
saying-
That is what our
okay.
profession bars us from doing.
Who?
Our profession.
Which profession?
Bars us from
You
drawing
are, am I in this profession with you? At this moment, I'm not in that profession.
Okay, sorry.
with you.
Right, whatever.
Better. All right, so let me go to my next question. And this one says that Kwame Eche, he says, please ask him, have you ever faked anything to save a situation before?
Don't ask me whether I've told a lie. I've told lies several times. I don't think that I said that I don't want to put across. I've lied several times in my life. Faked, I cannot recollect. But I think that if it's a lie, I think I've told lies several times, and I'm being But I hasn't fake. I can't recollect that.
Then what's your worst lie you've ever told? I know say grandma they tell them lies playing. No. That one be another level. You need to
I
understand.
cannot recollect. I can't recollect.
George, you can't recollect any of your worst lies you've ever
I
told.
don't think I can recollect here.
These are things that you will live with. They should just come like.
Oh, no, that's the thing that several times.
So there have been a lot of them. Share one with us.
It's not meant for consumption on air.
That's problem. Yeah. No, but give us an idea. What happened? It has to do with women, obviously. But what happened? Just give us
I
an
think that
idea.
it's not meant for consumption.
No, but
on air.
that's what I'm saying.
No matter how hard
From where
you
you're
push
going,
it,
is connected to women, straight up. But give us an idea.
I'm saying that it's not meant for consumption.
How
on air,
bad
so
is this?
it was bad. That's
Bad
what
as
I can
bad
say.
as what?
As bad as bad.
Having a threesome
Okay, Joe, what are you talking about?
and pretending that you never did, or telling your girlfriend that you've had a threesome but it didn't happen. You were caught, and you had to lie that your friends pushed you in.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but give us an idea.
I think that it's not meant for consumption on air.
Why? Why is it not meant?
Yeah, because it's not meant for it.
What is it?
We can
Have
move
you
on.
killed someone?
Oh,
And
not
said you
yet.
never
Not
killed-
yet. Not yet.
You know, but it had to do with your relationship or women or anything like
I
that.
think the relationship, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you were in the relationship and then you had to, something happened and then you had to lie about it. If you just joined us on the show, this is Moments with George. And George Wiafe is my guest. We're having a good conversation, trust me on that one. You can also join us on Facebook every time on Friday, 2 p.m. We're here. And, ask all those questions like you guys have been asking. Now I'm excited because you guys now feel that you need to get into George's skin. George, you get into his skin a little bit. Okay, so Maria wants to know which of the celebrities out there you're crashing on. As for me,
Is it in Ghana?
Elijah Fosse.
I think
It could be anywhere.
Yvonne Nelson.
Ah,
Yeah.
you have a crush on me. You're developing your body, I never knew that.
I think I like the personality, and yeah.
Have you spoken to her
I think
before?
we've
Met her
done
before?
hi, yeah, connected few times, yeah, even on social media, but not a close friend. No, not at all.
Does she know you have a crush on her?
I don't think so.
Do you intend to let her know?
I don't want her to know.
You let the secret crush for how long? Are you serious? Oh, now you're dating, so it's not even possible if you want to crash and get into something serious with her. Now you're dating, so. Is your girlfriend here in Ghana?
Yes, she is.
She's in Ghana?
Yeah.
Okay. She knows you're radio TV person. She loves what you do.
Of course.
I'm asking because some of them don't like what we do. Like, that you say, that kind of thing.
You know this thing about love me, love my dog.
Yeah. That's the kind of vibe, yeah? Okay.
You have to like it.
What's her name?
Well, I'm not going to tell him.
Yeah?
No.
You won't tell him. You're hiding your girlfriend. You can't tell your girlfriend's name. That's a bit
The person knows herself.
That's a bit disappointing, though. You know
She's
that.
watching right now.
You can't tell your girlfriend.
She's watching right now.
Are you serious?
She's watching right now.
So, so this question over here says that, KMJ, please ask George for me, has he ever considered or have thoughts of cheating on the girlfriend? That is Esther from Laboni.
Esther. No.
George, when you say the answers and you look at me and you laugh
Okay,
like
no,
that,
let me look
I
at
feel
the
you're
camera.
lying.
No, I said no.
So exactly.
No. The thought of cheating.
Yeah, like, sometimes you go like, Charlie, I feel,
There's certain cheating that comes away that is accidental, but a planned cheating, not at all.
So the accident ones, how many?
No. I'm just saying that, like, maybe you ended up meeting someone, hanging out with the person, and all the rest. But that's just there.
You end up cheating on your girlfriend.
Not necessarily, but let me say, certain thoughts came into your mind and all the rest and blah blah. But I'm saying that's an accidental one.
Yeah.
Then you just brush it off and you move on.
Okay. You not tried that before?
You're
a good man.
I'm not. I'm not.
But how many of them have you dated before meeting her though?
Let's pass.
Not science and math, because it gets to that point. Let's pass on. Can you pass it on? All right, so that was a personal question. I'm just being curious. All right, so let me get to this one. Okay, so Agnes from Bema Camp says that please ask George for me if he has any regrets. George has got a lot of things he's hiding, man.
Oh no. I mean, yeah, there's sometimes you wish you could do certain things and professional wise, personal, family, relationship wise. And yeah, so the regrets, every day. Then opportunity came your way, you didn't take advantage of it and all the rest. And so, yeah.
Okay, let's move on. And another one over here says that, please, I want to know who is the oldest person you've ever dated? And that's from Jemima inside Tema.
Oldest person? You've ever dated? I don't remember dating any old person.
Maybe that's what the person wants to know.
I don't think I remember dating any old person.
Okay, all right, we'll move on. Okay, this one says, KMJ, please ask George, what's the one thing we will always find in his car? And that's from Angela.
My car?
I don't know about mine though, man. A lot of things, so a lot of crazy stuff.
I'm just sorry, but I'm just.
There's that one thing that it should always be in your car. Like you don't move without it. I think that now it's my the thing I used to do my hair for me. But
sorry, I'm not. I'm just trying hard. What I have to put in my car.
There's one thing, anytime that anybody comes into your car, they'll find that thing in your car.
Sorry. I'm too many thoughts.
Okay, so, I mean, obviously, your suit, I see a lot of that in your car. George never goes anywhere without suits in his car. Like, he's got about 2 or 3.
Okay, yeah. Jacket,
yeah.
fine, yeah.
Yeah. He's got almost every time there's one or two in his car. So when you find him anywhere, you find that one in his car. All right, so this one over here says that, what's the one thing that you're likely to do the moment you get off radio?
As in, stop this job?
No, as in when you're on air and then you come out of the studio, that's the first thing you are likely to do.
I mean, if I meet someone, like say hi to the person, like exchange pleasantries, shout at someone, I'll see.
He likes shouting. George will be shouting at me on the streets.
Get along with. I mean, it's the vibe. You need to encourage people, and it's that form of encouraging people, to try and get along with people at the workplace and all the rest. I mean, as I said, I know I have some people in the workplace who I might not be getting along with. So I'm saying that I won't sit here and try to create an impression that I am a perfect gentleman. I have people in the workplace that I struggle to get along with. It's a fact. But I'm just saying that I try my best to get along with people, pull people along, encourage people and all the rest. When I walk out of the studio, I see you, I shout at you, exchange pleasantries with you. How you doing? The girl like try to say hi, guy. Give you that fist and all the rest.
You don't call girlfriend to find.
No. I mean, I'm at work. I mean, after work we'll have things to do, other things as well. But when I'm in the workspace, that is it. I'll do what I have to do in the workspace. I mean, there are a lot of things I do after when I walk out of this office, and you know that. So.
I know.
I don't want to.
Which club in Accra, which lounge or pub in Accra don't you know? George knows every pub, lounge in Accra. He knows everywhere. Is there anyone that you don't know yet?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
But which is the favorite spot for you right now?
Favorite.
He's been to all of them, by the way. But where is that one that you always want to be there?
I think I love Bloomba.
I know that.
I think I love Bloomba, the environment. I used to love Carbon a lot because of the environment and the kind of people. Carbon until they closed down.
Yeah.
Carbon, they do a live band Thursday night. So I think I love Carbon. I think I like Bloomba. And now recently you have Aliba, Excel. Yeah. I mean, these are places like.
Okay. All right. So if you're looking for him, any of those places, you can find him there. He goes there on Fridays. In fact, on Mondays, he can even go there.
No, I mean,
so Friday, Mondays, Wednesdays, and I think Sundays. George can go to the bar on Sundays, go and chill till 12 midnight, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and come back to the work on Monday. And nothing happens, man. He works like he has not gone anywhere. I don't know how you do that. But how spiritual are you? Talking about that. Okay, so and that's my personal question in wrapping up. If you're given an opportunity to miss heaven and stay here on earth and still enjoy, but every other person is going away from you, would you decide to take that opportunity?
No,
be here alone, every other person is moving.
I think one thing that I don't, we talk about my regrets, or the regret I don't want it to happen, is that after all said and done, I don't miss heaven, I don't miss the rapture. And for me, that would be my biggest regret, that with all this thing that man has wasted his time, I couldn't make the rapture. I couldn't make it to heaven. And that is my prayer, that whatever it is, God help me to make it to heaven. I think that I believe in something that Christianity is not a religion, it's your relationship with God. And for me, I have my downside. And I'm just saying that, listen, I don't want to leave this show anybody thinking or trying to paint a picture that I'm some good guy. I think I'm a terrible guy. But I strive every day and pray to God that I think that my biggest regret would be that I don't make it to heaven. I miss the rapture. That I pray that I make it to heaven. And so for me, that would be my biggest regret if I don't make it to heaven. That with all these things, church, going for prayer meetings, doing all those things and all the rest, and you wasted your time. And so I think that it's about connecting to God always. And I am what I am today. I have not seen anything yet, but I'm saying that it is the God factor, and let nobody fool you. There is a God somewhere, and if you pay attention to that God, He will also lift you to the level that you have to be.
If you have a calling to be serving as a man of God in the near future, would you take him?
I don't think that being a man of God is the total ultimate of serving God. There are lots of things I can do in the church. I can be behind and still support the kingdom business.
But it's something that
I don't think
God
it's
drops.
the ultimate.
No, I'm not saying it's the ultimate.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the ultimate. What I'm saying is that it gets to that point sometimes in our lives.
Yeah.
If it pushes you, the Spirit pushes you to that level, would you gladly say?
I don't think I have what it takes to be there.
Okay.
I don't think so. There are other things that I could still let God use me to do. Listen, it's about humanity, and I'm saying that, listen, there are lots of things we can do to help each other. Everything, being there for people, encouraging people in their down moment, pushing people, telling people about the God factor, winning people to the salvation. I don't need to be a pastor before I can say that I'm serving God. If I am there and I'm serving people, I'm supporting people, I'm being there for people, I'm pushing people, I'm doing a lot of things. Because listen, you cannot be serving God, you can't claim to be serving God and not be at peace with your fellow human being. Yes, I have. I mean, is there somebody that I'm fighting with right now? Yes, I have. But I'm just saying that God is about humanity. So that another way I can serve God is by helping people out there. And it's not about the money. It's about being there for people, supporting people, pushing people to achieve. Sometimes somebody asks you that, who has brought you this far? Even telling that person that it's God. It pushes that person that I want to serve your God that you're serving. So for me, I feel that there are several ways I can do the kingdom business without necessarily being a pastor.
Okay. All right. Okay, so folks, on that note, we're just about saying goodbye to you. George, what would you want to tell those who follow you, all the fans that have made time today, and also where they can, continue to listen to you here?
Hey, it's all about listening to the Joy Business Report. The Joy Business team is a great team. I tell you, wonderful guys, wonderful team, wonderful leader out there and all the rest. And continue listening to the Joy Business Report, And hey, let's catch up somewhere in the capital and drink a glass of water,
Not a glass of beer. On that note, it's been a awesome time spending quality time with you here on Moments with Joy. Go in next week, Friday, we're going to be coming your way with another personality, 2 p.m. sharp. Make sure you join us here on our platform, Joy Entertainment GH on Facebook. George, it's been a great time spending time with you.
It's been a great time.
A lot of things that I didn't know about you.
Look at you.
I'm somewhere in this life, but there's something
I expected more.
I didn't know, especially the beer thing.
It's good you didn't ask me a lot of questions.
I didn't know the beer was going to be an analogy. When you could have used cassava, banchi. All right, so guys, catch you up next week. My name is KMJ. Thanks for watching Moments with Joy. See you on the flip side.